Welcome back to AgriTalk. We mentioned that Kansas Senator Sam Brownback, and now, of course, the winner of the Republican primary for the governorship, the gubernatorial primary held yesterday in Kansas. Senator Brownback was a big winner there. He was going to be with us on the broadcast today, but he got called back to Washington for a vote. We're told he might be able to join us at the end of the program by phone, but we're not sure. That just depends on how that schedule goes out in D.C. But we're happy to have pinch hitting our own senator, if you will. Well, a president. If you can't get a senator, get a president. President of the National Corn Growers Association, Darrin Ihnen, joins us. Darrin, thanks for fitting in and sitting in and fitting into our schedule where the senator would have been. I appreciate it. You and I were just talking. We don't think it's a coincidence that during this oil spill in the Gulf, this environmental crisis, probably the largest in the history of the world, that the attacks on ethanol have really jumped up here lately. That doesn't seem to be a coincidence to me.
It sure doesn't, and it's I think it's just another attempt for the oil industry to use their influence to stir up attacks on the ethanol industry. You know, it's amazing how the environmental groups have aligned themselves with the oil industry opposing ethanol when we know that ethanol is environmentally friendly. It reduces greenhouse gases. We know we're getting more efficient in ethanol production. We're getting more efficient producing corn. At this time when we have these kind of environmental challenges out there, why ethanol would get put in the position it's in environmentally by Ms. Truss is just very frustrating.
I know you're frustrated, disappointed that the energy bill basically is put on hold for a while.
It is frustrating. You know, the bright side is that there wasn't very much in there for ethanol, if anything. So it gives us a chance to get some ethanol provisions in there. We need those. But again, the way this Congress has been working, they're not getting anything done. And so what it does is it narrows up the window of opportunity before the elections, and that again pushes us into a corner that just seems like we can't get out of.
We're just talking with Ron Lamberty about this. I mean, the tax incentives for ethanol set to expire at the end of this year. There's talk, well, it could go from 45 cents to 36 cents. As he pointed out, 36 cents would be better than nothing, certainly. But we've seen what's happened to biodiesel, and we don't want to go down that road.
That's right. You know, we thought we started early enough to get some good tax legislation, get the tariff extended, and again, now we're just running out of time. And, you know, 36 cents is better than nothing, and the way we're going here, we're very near getting nothing, and we just don't want to be in the same position as the biodiesel tax credits because we've seen that struggle. You know, I think ethanol's got a little different story to tell than the biodiesel stuff, but at the same time, we're just running out of time to get this extended.
I've seen a number of editorials in the last few days in some major newspapers calling for the end of subsidies for ethanol. But I don't see those types of editorials calling for the end of subsidies for the petroleum industry.
That they have not. You know, that's one thing the ethanol industry has said. Give us a level playing field. If you want to take away our incentives and our tax credits, then do it across the board. And then we would try to compete with that, but they're not willing to do that. So in the short term here, we need the VTEC. We need some tax credits and tax incentives to give us a level playing field, to give our competitors basically the ability to blend our product, and that's really what it's about. People don't think about that we are asking our competitor to use our product.
A lot of focus on this corn crop, and of course needing a good crop. What are you seeing in your state of South Dakota? How do things look there?
Well, we've had more rain than we've probably ever had this summer in South Dakota, especially in our area. Very, very wet. You know, what's there looks good. You know, we irrigate in southeast South Dakota right where we're at. We've not run pivots yet, which is unbelievable for us in South Dakota. So, again, I think overall there's a lot of areas that have a very good corn crop, and even our area where we're extremely wet, where the corn is there, will be good. But it's now we're getting late enough. It's going to be a challenge to get it out because we are just that wet and muddy.
And beans?
Beans, we're looking pretty good. They've kind of had a setback because we've had, in our area, we've had between 15 and 20 inches of rain in July, which is unbelievable for southeast South Dakota. But beans look a little tougher. But, again, they've got a little more time than corn. And the big challenge now upcoming is silage cutting within the next month. And a lot of the dairies and beef guys are wondering how they're going to get that silage out of the field with all this mud.
All right, Darrin, thanks a lot. We'll call you the senator. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much.
Darrin Ihnen, president of the National Corn Growers Association, sitting in for Kansas Senator Sam Brownback. We'll take a break, come back with more from the American Coalition for Ethanol Conference in downtown Kansas City. It's halftime on AgriTalk.